Hey girls, I'm glad to be back with you. It's Elizabeth Casano, your Sapphire Crown Princess with Team Pretty Faces. And we're going to just kind of go over some new distributor information. Now, my training in this video is not to replace your direct uplines training. And some of you may be my personal recruits, and this will be as a great tandem thing. But it's not meant to replace what your upline leader maybe wants to teach you. This is just to kind of supplement it, get you going in the same, and you guys going in the same direction, and our entire team going in the same direction. I never want anybody to feel lost or not where to put their efforts. And so that's kind of what this is for. It's for you to watch and for you to feel confident in your new business. If you are my personal recruit, you probably will have already received the packet that we're going to go over here in just a second. It's a new distributor packet. But if you have not received one from your upline leader, or you're a leader that wants to send one to a downline leader, where you can find this packet is on the Facebook Team Pretty Faces group page. There's a tab that says Files. Click Files. You'll see a drop-down box, and you will go to, make sure I'm telling you right, new distributor packet. That's where you're going to find it. Click on new distributor packet, print that out, and you can customize it the way you want to, but it's always going to be there on the Team Pretty Faces group page. And I would love, if you're my personal recruit, I would love to meet with you in person to kind of go over this, because I feel like it's important for us to navigate and talk about what kind of goals you have and what you want to do with this business. But, you know, for the most part, you probably are a new distributor and you're just getting started, and eventually you're going to add to your team, because success attracts success. So people are going to want to join your team. So always have in your head that you want to learn the business and learn these products well enough that you could teach somebody else. And what I'm going to ask of you in this next, 30, 60, and 90 days that you've got this fast start opportunity, I want you to really invest in yourself and in this business as if you put $100,000 cash of your own money into it. I want you to walk away knowing that you gave your best effort to be successful. All right, now let's go through the packet and let you know what's going to be in here. The very first thing that it has is it's got who your upline leaders are, and it starts with me. And then it says Jessica Lash, Melissa Osleeslow, Nicole Call, and Kelly Bradshaw. And we want to be a part of your life. You being a part of our team is not a business transaction. This is a sisterhood. We want to know when your dog dies. We want to know when your kid makes all A's. We want to champion you during your anniversary. Like, we want to be a part of your life. So friend us, and we can get to know each other better, because eventually we're going to see each other at corporate events and training activities. Now, and then it lists the other things, what is in the packet. So let's flip to that. As a new distributor, the first few things that you need to do, and we're just going to kind of go through the first 8. There's going to be other things, but let's just go through the first 8. You need to decide on a creative business name. You cannot use the words LipSense or Synergence in your business name. That is a trademark that they own. So it needs to be, like mine is, more than just a pretty face. I didn't put the word lips in there. I didn't put the word skincare or makeup, because I wanted to incorporate everything that this company has to offer. Some people do something beauty company or lifestyle, or because you want it to be more than just constantly asking people for a sale. You want to add value to people's life. So think of something that maybe opens up the opportunity for you to add value and talk about all the products that Synergence has, not just the LipSense. Then also, you need to realize that as your business grows and you start making a lot of money, you might want to think about being an LLC or an S Corp, but that's later on down the road. You need to set up a separate bank account that's for your business. Do not use your family's personal funds, and do not put your profits into your family's personal funds. You need to have a separate bank account, and I would even say a separate credit card, because you're going to be buying supplies, buying inventory, you're going to be receiving profits, and there's going to be a lot of money trading hands, because this is a business and you don't want it to be in your family's funds. It needs to be a separate bank account. Now, how are you going to accept these orders and these funds? I personally use Square app, and if you need a referral code to where you can get your first $1,000 for free, first $1,000 of processing for free, let me know and I'll send you a referral code. But I use Square. Some people use PayPal. Some people use Venmo. Use whatever you think is best for you. My personal takeaway from Square is that you're able to add your discounts, add your sales tax, add your shipping. It's just all really professional. I like it a lot. And then also with PayPal, if you do that, you may want to do it the friends and family way if you're familiar with PayPal friends and family. Otherwise, I can send you a referral code for Square. Let's see, set up your Facebook group page. So you've got your creative business name. You need to set up a Facebook group or page. Both have different reasons. Groups, you're going to get a lot more interaction, but pages, you can boost posts, you can do sponsored things, you can kind of pay for a little bit different advertisement. So it kind of depends on what you want to do. And don't feel like you can't do both. I mean, I'm kind of thinking about doing both, but for the longest time, I personally have done a group just because I like the interaction that a group offers. But you need to set that up. You need to have an online presence. And also think about adding Instagram. Pinterest is really hot. Twitter, Snapchat. Don't do them all, of course. I mean, do not get overwhelmed, but maybe choose two. And knowing that Facebook is probably the most primary way that people use social media. Start posting and generating interest on that Facebook page or group immediately. I mean, out the gate. Hey, I'm so excited. Maybe even go live. I'm so excited. I've started this Synergence journey. I've got this new business. And then, make sure you're consistent with your posting. Don't just post because you got excited and then they don't hear from you for a couple days, and then all of a sudden your order comes in, you want to show everybody, hey, I got all these colors, you want to buy them? Kind of have a strategy. Talk with your upline about how you're going to have a strategy with social media because you want it to work for your advantage. See, my camera's starting to move on me. There we go. Okay. But the main thing is, be creative. You can copy other people and you can use them for what am I looking for inspiration, but just don't verbatim copy everything that somebody else is doing because your customers want to buy from you. They don't want to buy from the other graphic and the other post that they've already seen. They want to buy from you. So, and then the last thing is I would say is create your very own first video. Why you're excited. Let your passion, let your excitement for this company and this business and these products come out in a live video. Create that and upload it. And if you feel kind of nervous about live, you can record it and then upload it. But either way, they want to hear that in your voice and see it in your face. All right, now there's an ordering process. You hear a lot of, PV. What is PV? 300 PV, 750 PV. You hear the word PV. What is PV? PV is nothing more than just product value, point value. The company is in 11 different countries and the monetary systems are different. So PV is the best way to say that's a universal term, but it's also just another word for wholesale. Please never check out of your very first order. Whenever you place your very first order of the month, please never check out with less than 300 PV if you are a business builder. Now, of course, if you are just in this for a personal discount and you're just trying to get you and your mom some products cheaper than buying it from a distributor, that I get that. Of course, you can check out however you want to. But if you're a business builder, you need to be buying product at the highest discount possible because you want to be making the highest profit possible. Please never check out with less than 300 PV. Now, 750 PV will make you the most money. 300 PV gets you 40% off. 750 PV gets you 50% off. And as you're making your orders, and I will do a separate video on that, it will accumulate your PV at the bottom. And you will see how you're going to get so much more product at a higher discount. So if you're going in and only getting 20 and 30%, you're actually paying more for your product than you need to. And you're making a whole lot less profit than you meant to. I can promise you. Track orders on any type of order form, but you need to keep up with what you're buying and who you're buying it for. And as you ship things out, you just need to have an organized plan. Some people just use a notebook. Some people use an Excel spreadsheet. And again, this is one of those things that you can work with your upline leader on, but have some sort of an organized plan for yourself. What you're ordering, the money you're taking in, and the profit that you're making. And that's one of those things too with PV. If you were to document it over the month and you're just kind of piddling and piecemeal buying, you're going to realize that you could have made a whole lot more money if you would have done a bulk order at the beginning of the month and got a higher discount rate. And that's what we're in this to do, right? Is to make money. We don't have time to waste. We're here to make money. Now, you need to set up a shipping process as well. So when you place an order with Synergence, those products are going to come to you, and it's your job then to distribute them to the customers that order that. So what is your shipping process? I personally like to use little bubble mailers. Also like to use these little boxes that you can put together. And on Team Pretty Faces, under albums, there is one called Business. Whoa. There's one called Business Tools. I did not realize that was falling. There's one called Business Tools that you can use, and it will show you some different shipping packaging that you can do. But you will need to place your personal order with Synergence, and you will get a tracking number that you can go to the back office and click on your order number, click on that, and at the top right there'll be a tracking number, so you'll know when it's gonna come in. And if you want to tell your customers, hey, stuff's gonna come in on Wednesday or whatever, that's up to you. And when you receive that, then you're going to package each individual order and you're going to mail that out to your customers. And I suggest you having tracking numbers to give to your customers. That way they know, again, this is a business and you want to add value. I personally use the Dymo. It prints my shipping for me, and I use stamps.com, and it gives me the tracking number and saves it on stamps.com. That's just what's easy for me because I do a lot of shipping. But do it what works best for you. But choose a day that works. Like if you're going to go to the post office and you're going to use the post office, choose a day that works for you once a week. Don't be running to the post office every single day. You're going to exhaust yourself and you're going to get burnt out. You need to have methods and procedures that maybe you only order on Fridays and you only go to the post office on Wednesdays. That's not crazy. You just need to have a method and an order that works for you and your family, just so that you don't get burnt out and you're not feeling like this is taking more time than you meant for it to. But shipping to a customer, okay, is typically going to cost you about $3 to $4. Right? Now, you can consider doing some fees to your customers if you want to. Like if you want to charge them $1, maybe to help offset some of the fees that you got from Synergence, because there's going to be a handling fee. I think it's like $3. And maybe you want to charge a handling fee for your customers. That's all in this packet, and it kind of discusses all that. Just some things to consider. Now, pricing. You need to understand that you cannot discount a Synergence product for more than 15%. And I wouldn't even suggest doing that very often. Be very creative with how you use that, but you cannot discount a Synergence product more than 15%. Now, if you want to do a color party in a private event, there is something, if you look in the Synergence manual that was mailed to you, there's a way to do parties in there and different discounts that you can use for that. But on a regular basis on social media and advertising like that, as far as pricing goes, do not discount more than 15%. And you need to explain too that why a color collection or why a starter kit is $55 and that you can buy things a la carte as well. But the biggest thing is for you to understand why pricing is the way it is, why PV is the way it is, and that you cannot discount it to your customer more than 15%. All right, things that you can choose to invest in or not. Beauty books. Absolutely, I would suggest you buy beauty books. If you go into the order screen under media, that's where you can find beauty books. Glossy gloss samples. Let's see if I've got one around here. I did. Yes, I was using it on somebody that came over. Okay, so there's these little tiny glossy gloss samples. There are foundation samples, pearlizer samples, skincare samples, climate control. Definitely get the samples. Applicator sticks, you can either buy them from Amazon. I'm trying to see if I've got some. These are the ones that come from the company. It's basically the inside of of a color. But you can buy applicator sticks so that like if somebody wants to test a color, you can dump some out onto a piece of wax paper, get it, and they can apply it. Business cards, absolutely. I got mine designed and made from Etsy. And I mean, they're great. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. Ooh, there we go. They're customized. Okay. And then let's see, what else did I do? Oh, and I did a loyalty card. And a loyalty card is just where like after somebody orders so many, they get something for free, but still it's a business card. Definitely figure out how to get your business cards. And then I printed from Vistaprint, super cheap and easy. But Etsy has some great inexpensive templates if you want to do that. Let's see what else. And then, yeah, you need to figure out how you're going to make even local deliveries. I use this little bag right here for local deliveries. And I try to, pdqlips.com makes brochures for us. I try to include either a sample, a brochure, a beauty book, something fun. I want to add value. I always add something. But again, all this is under albums on our team page under business tools. Okay, so this is a homework assignment, and there's so much more in this book, but I don't want to go through everything and bore you. Just know that you need to print it off. Okay, so homework assignment for you. Go to the back office and change your retention level to 0%. And I know that makes no sense to you, but one day you are going to have a team and you're going to make commissions, and you do not want that money being held up in the back office for you to use on orders. You want that money to be given to you, paid out to your check. So you need to go to the retention level and change that to 0. That way, any commissions that you get, you can cash those out. Talk to your upline leader about how to do that. You need to get to know the colors, and you need to learn how to suggest colors to people. Search YouTube. There's so many amazing trainings on YouTube on how to learn people's, if they're warm or cool, or if pinks or reds or browns or whatever look better on certain skin tones. Definitely get to know the back office. And I'm not telling you about how to set your retention level only because I want you to get to know the back office. I don't want to just tell you everything. Get in the back office, push all the tabs, push all the buttons, get familiar with it. You'll find it. It's not hard. Watch webinars. That's in the back office too. And I'll announce different webinars that I think that you would enjoy that Synergence does. But there's training things they're called webinars in the back office of literally every single thing that you could possibly think of. Definitely click the one on product knowledge. Go to the resources tab, click guides, and print out any training materials that you want. Resources tab, guides, so many training materials. Get to know your dashboard. What the dashboard is. So you've got your back office and you've got those tabs. What the dashboard is down, so you've got the tabs, and down below you've got these bigger things. And there's a dashboard on the left-hand side. Click that. That takes you to how to qualify for the trips, what's going on with your downline, what's happening with your activity level, what different things you're just really close to reaching, like your car bonus, like how close are you to reaching that? That's called your dashboard. That takes you even further behind, but it's customized for you. And if you want to build a team, that's really awesome. The first rank that you want to go for, it's called Maiden. And that's where you've got 3 girls that each place a 300 PV order. 300 PV is considered a qualifying order. You've got 3 girls that each place a 300 order, and you place a 300 PV order, and that's your first rank, Maiden. That is an excellent start. And you're going to teach them these processes too. But add all new recruits to my team page, Team Pretty Faces. And, I suggest you also might consider adding to Aloha Lips, Mel's Mighty Hustlers, Kiss and Tell Beauties, and Boss Babes. Those are the team pages of the girls that I mentioned earlier. These groups are super beneficial for new distributors who, they also are sharing their journey, and these new distributors and new team leaders. Like, we just all work together so that nobody ever feels left out. Right, so everything else on here has to do with a needs list for personal one-on-one demos, a needs list for parties. There's even a customer order form on here, downline management tools. And then at the very back, this is just a generic thing that you fold and you create like this cute little like handout, but it's a LipSense application, because that's the biggest thing that you need to be, teaching your customers is applying our products correctly. We need to be confident in our application techniques. So that's just a really cool generic thing that's in the back there. So that's everything as far as welcome to the team, and that's your, new distributor information. There's so much more, obviously, but that'll at least get you started in the right direction.